Hi, I'm John Mancini. I'm the former president of AIM. I do my own thing now, but I still work very closely with AIM on the Industry Watch program. And so, what I wanted to talk to you today is about the four key benefits of that program: industry leadership and branding, lead gen, custom content, and proprietary market intelligence. So, the first question is, why do we do this? And all the data that I'll share is preliminary from the 2020 survey, so please don't share it. But I just wanted to give you a flavor for some of the data points. So what this chart shows, it maps digital transformation effectiveness versus importance. Look up in the upper right-hand corner and you can see these are the folks that basically have their act together. They view digital transformation as important and they see their efforts as being effective. But it's only 10%. So what that says to me is that there is an enormous opportunity in the supplier community to help organizations be effective. And the reason for that is that when you look at the question of information management and its role in digital transformation, this is a huge opportunity for companies in this space right now. When we ask people, think about the information that you have right now, think about what it'll be in 2 years, what's the difference? What's the growth? And basically say they expect it to grow from X to 4.5X in the next 2 years. Enormous input of information. Then we say, well, what is this stuff? Which is directly germane to companies in this space. And they come back and 56% of the information they guess is unstructured in nature. So it's all about content, it's all about volume, it's all about variety, huge business opportunities out there. So what we do with our Industry Watch program is we try to conduct research that matters to end users. And so what we do with this program is match the research topics with the core disciplines of AIM's CIP program. And so in the process, we create kind of a ready-made audience, if you will, for the research that people sponsor. So when you think about this, there's 5 main surveys we're going to be doing this year. The first one is the State of the Industry survey. It's underway right now. We're going to be releasing this probably by the end of the month. We'd love to have you as a sponsor if you're interested. This is the definitive annual review of AIIM. So if you're a company that's in this space, you really need to be a part of this survey. And what we try to do here is cover the big ground. What does it take to create an information management strategy? What are the elements of it? How do people determine business requirements? How do they deal with, system design and implementation and change management kinds of issue? And all along the way, what we're trying to do here is figure out how people are incorporating artificial intelligence and machine learning into their AIIM strategies. So here are the 4 additional surveys and projects we're going to do this year. And what we try to do is focus on the key domain areas within the Certified Information Professional program. You'll see these listed under the focus areas in each of these slides, and really understand the core underlying technology disciplines associated with that, investigated in some detail, and really understand where this particular part of the space is headed. So the first one we'll do, that we'll release in March of 2020, focuses on creating and capturing information. This actually tends to be one of our most popular surveys, and it really focuses in on the critical role that capture plays at the front end of a business process. Not traditional kinds of capture, although many organizations still get an awful lot of value out of that, but how are they adopting next generation approaches to the question of not just document capture, but information capture. Second one will focus on how do they take that information and incorporate it into business processes. And so that survey will focus on process automation and robotic process automation. And you can see some of the underlying technologies that we'll explore in that survey. The third one in the series of technology-specific surveys will focus on governance. This too is usually a very popular one, and particularly because what we're focused on is the question that it's not enough to do this manually anymore. This process has to be automated. That 4.5x in the growth of information, 56% being unstructured in nature, demands a machine learning and artificial intelligence approach to automating the process of governance. And then the last one we'll do in November 2020, we'll focus on the role that Microsoft 365, many of you know that as Office 365, plays. Many organizations have a significant presence of Office 365. And so what we try to do in that survey is understand the relationship between that platform and other content and process platforms and how people see the connection between them. So when you think about this, I wanted to leave you with 4 key benefits of our Industry Watch sponsorship program and why you should be a part of this year. The first one is that it provides industry leadership and branding. And so what we try to do during the promotion of these papers is position the sponsors as thought leaders with the AIM audience. And we do so in a way that gives all of the sponsors a level playing field. So if you're a big company, if you're a small company, everybody has an opportunity to be positioned within these reports, both in terms of logos, company descriptions, contact information, all that kind of stuff, both on the report itself and on the infographic that accompanies it. Second big opportunity is lead generation. We have a 30-day embargo at the beginning of each project in which we do the multi-company version of the research, and we get leads for you. Basically what we do is distribute the report with your logo, your contact information, your branding to tens of thousands of end users, and then we gather leads for the people that download. This is just a sample of the kinds of people. 85% of the leads we generate are end users. And they're really, really quality end users. You can see this here, titles like Senior Advisor, Global Privacy Manager, the RIM Lead, the Chief Security Officer, Executive Director of Standards and Strategies, and really interesting companies and organizations. So the emphasis here is to have quality leads interested in the topic that is the focus of the research, and use that as an opportunity to start a conversation with them. Third thing that is an element and a key benefit is that this is custom content. It's not just multi-company content, but custom content for you. And so what we do here, this is an example. I used Systemware just as an example in this. They were a sponsor of a number of our reports last year. So you get the company branded versions in the upper left-hand portion here. But what we also give you is a license to use that as freely as you want in your own content marketing programs, and even to slice and dice the content of the report itself, for example, into blog posts or social media posts. And so you kind of get an idea of some of the examples here. But the point is that organizations tell us that they struggle with good quality content to fuel their content marketing programs. And so what we try to do here is give you an asset that you can divide and subdivide in any number of different ways. People even translated it, and we're fine with that. We'll give you the InDesign files to do that if you want. The last thing we do, and this is one that I think sometimes people don't quite realize, is that we also provide proprietary market intelligence and market research to the sponsors. We do a full-blown survey for each of these research reports, and we really release only about 30% of the data that we acquire to the general public. The others we just make available to the sponsors themselves, and that's it. And this is really valuable information in terms of insights into key user drivers, buying intentions, that sort of thing. And this data set is really interesting from the most recent report. This focuses on some of the capture-based technologies that we explored. And so what you see here, and again, it's preliminary data, so please don't cite it, but it gets just give you a flavor of the proprietary stuff that you can acquire, is that you can see the percentages at the bottom of folks that don't currently have solutions in each of these areas. And you can also then see people that have a solution but are looking for replacement. So this kind of intelligence across all the different technologies that underlie an intelligent information management strategy, I think becomes really important market research and intelligence to structure your strategies moving forward, and available only to the sponsors of the report. So if I've whetted your appetite for this, if you want more information, please contact either Amy or Katie, and they'd be happy to follow up with a call, both directly with you and then also involve me in the call as well. I'm very enthusiastic about what AIM is doing with these programs. The tie to the Certified Information Professional program is critically important to building the knowledge base in this industry. And it's also really important because it establishes a built-in audience for this content and a built-in set of senior users that are interested in the results that we generate. So thank you for your time, and I really hope that you'll take a look at this program.